Manipura chakra, day 4. All right. So yes, the chakra is our self-worthiness, our confidence, our will, our power, our drive. But it's also our balance. If we are too obsessed with being overconfident, it comes off as arrogant, right? So we need to have that softness as well. It's always about balance. Hence, today, we're going to do a little balance routine. So if you have blocks, great, it'll help. If not, don't worry about it. Like I always say, if you got 2 cans of soup, that's going to give you 3 inches of lift, right? If you're at home. If you're at the beach, you can build a little sand castle under each hand. So there's always a way. So when you're ready, we're going to start standing. So if you have blocks, use them. I'm going to not use the blocks to show you how I would adjust in my body. So find Tadasana, right? Tadasana is mountain pose. Sometimes you may hear it called Samasthiti. If you want more stretch today, you can even bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart. If you really want to challenge your balance a little more. The idea is we're kind of feeling each platform of the body. So the bones stacked on top of the bones. You feel your structure, you feel stable. And just for a moment, close your eyes and notice how that changes everything. Your eyes open, you're like, rock. When we close our eyes, it's this automatic kind of suppleness that comes in. You might feel a little wobbly. You can play with that, especially if you're at your home and just playing safely with not doing the same thing, right? Having the confidence to switch up things a little bit, to get out of the mundane, to get out of the habitual patterns. And that's how we grow. Good. So the eyes are open. You can start with the hands to the hips. Your right knee is going to lift and it's going to step behind. You're literally going to turn your whole chest and torso towards the right side of your mat. And then you're going to push down through the left foot and step back. Do it with the left, lift it open up the pelvis, step back. All right, just these weird steps. Same thing, we kind of played with it last time. You're lifting up through the core. But now we're going into an external rotation, an open rotation in the hip. And you're starting to feel what your balance is like today. So if you're really off, you might be kind of thrown off. That's okay. Breathe. Good. And then deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. So your hands are going to come forward. Either they're going to be on the blocks or on the floor. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to lift, open up, and just step your right foot behind and breathe. Bring your right foot forward. So big movements in the hip, but we need the core, we need the solar and the power to really find the stability and the balance. Left leg's gonna lift, you're gonna step it behind. Lift it back. If you've got longer legs, definitely this is going to give you more space and well worth grabbing a book or two to lift the hands up a little bit. Just one more each side. Good. So that was out. And now you're going to put the weight in the left foot. Just lift your right foot up off the floor. Kick your heel to your butt and push straight back. Low belly draws in. Pull it in. Exhale, straight back. So the closer your hands are to that left foot, the more challenging it is. Right? Bring your hands out so you have more space, so you can feel the work in the solar plexus as you do this, in the low belly, in the back, behind the diaphragm. And your left hip should start to feel something. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Sink it down. Left side, pull the knee in. Exhale, push back. I like to bend everything and then stretch everything to straight. Kind of contract. Everything in the universe contracts and expands. So feel that energy in your body like you have it in your breath. All right, we step into the world with confidence, and sometimes we need to contract, right? To create boundaries, to create a safe space for ourselves. Is all balance. Good. Feet come down. Big toes come together. If the knees will allow, you're going to squat on down and then open up the knees. Breathe. Good. From here, forward fold. You're going to lift halfway up. And walk the fingertips forward. They're on the blocks or on the ground. You can even bend the knees. Right leg's going to go up. It's going to open. You're going to press it back. Low belly draws in. You can keep both hands on the ground or start to get light on the right fingertips. Stretch it up. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. And we're going to hold. If you fall out, come back to the energy in the left foot. Open up. Left foot roots. Left kneecap lifts. Reach back up. Low belly draws in. Hug your left hip in. You can bring your right hand to the right hip. Extend the heart forward. See what happens when you start to look up. See what happens when you start to close your eyes. Just explore. Right? We're not in a class where you get this pose for 5 to 10 breaths. You're in your living room. You're in your safe space. You're doing the work yourself. You get to dive deeper. You get to adjust, pull out, build confidence in this space. Even be confident about how you fall. Right? That you know you fall safely, so you'll be able to come back in the moment or another day. Good. I got a good burn in my left calf. So 3 more breaths. Exhale. Pull the knee in. Ground. Fold. We'll do it on the other side. Halfway up, lengthen. Bend both knees. That's going to allow you to lift and open up the left hip. Press the left foot back. See where it is. And then lengthen the spine forward. Fingertips on the right, root down. And the left arm reaches up. When we hold here for a long time, I always like to just keep the arm out of it so I can really focus on this core area. And you're building confidence even in the wobbliness. Don't go for perfection in the physical body. We're looking for exploration in the subtle body, the emotional body, right? Which then feeds into the mental body. Maybe just a little piece of bliss. See what happens. If you look up, stuff comes up. The calf is burning, right? Find your strength. Not going to break. You hold a couple more breaths. Endurance, stability, and release. Whoo. Inhale, halfway up. Just slide your right leg back. Look at your right toes. Lift your heart. We're not going to hold here too long, but warrior 3. You want to play, left hand comes to the heart. Right hand comes to the heart. Breathe. Any variation that gets called to you by breath. Keep that right hip dropping down. You're strong, you're stable, even in the shakiest of times. Call to that. Ram, ram, ram. Release. Forward fold. Lengthen the heart. Left leg lifts. No higher than the hip. Keep that left hip dropping down. That's the work, right? So if this is challenging for you, keep the hands down to really work that rotation of the inner thigh up to the sky to feel that deep core line into your power center. Or the hands can come up. Connect to your courageousness. Your willingness to go into those awkward, unbalanced, uncomfortable areas. Ram, ram, ram. Hands come down. Whoo. Foot comes down. You can walk it back to down dog. But what will probably feel delicious, child's pose. Knees come down. Keep the hips open. Bow to the earth. Yeah. Just melt into a seed of opportunity. Appreciating whatever strength your body was willing to give you in that space. And appreciating the shakiness as well. Toodles.